at Tunnel View, and in a few days we're going to be on top of there. So it's a zoo.
Yes.
Look at all these people. Anyways, we're headed to Happy Owl's Trailhead to meet the rest of the group and start our hike. We're here in the valley and we're at the Yosemite Village parking lot, and Jamie forgot his shoes. So he's scrambling over to the mountain store in Curry Village to see if he can get some shoes. Good luck to him. Backpackers camp in Tuolumne Meadows. It's actually pretty packed here. All right, it's 9:30 in the morning. No, it's 8. Here we go, Vogelsang bound.
Yeah, some people are just like, dude, really?
7.1.
Just now officially got on trail. It must be about 3 miles in for the day, and we got up the first mile or so of Rafferty Creek, and that was really tough. It was a bunch of steps and granite stairs and giant mule bombs on the trail from the pack mules that you have to avoid, but we're just kind of getting to the top of the tree line, and it's absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite things is these dead standing trees next to all the new growth, and even little guys like this. And then if you look out, we can see out across Tuolumne Meadows. It's pretty awesome. And having some nice flat is welcome. And actually up here, we got some downhill coming. I love this place. See that peak up there? That's where we're going. We're about 4.5 miles or so, I'm guessing, in for the day, and probably about 3.5 to go. And we just came to this beautiful meadow. I think that's Rafferty Creek going through it. There's Miss B. right. We just finished up lunch at this awesome spot. I think we got about 3 miles left to go to Vogelsang High Sierra Camp. Hopefully 2.5, but what do you think, Damien? More like 5?
Yeah, 5, 7, somewhere there.
And we're off. The last part is becoming difficult again.
Every stair you do is one less you have to do.
That's right. Maybe 1/4 mile to go. This last part's another ass kicker. Well, Vienna and I are up. We made it to the top. We're at Vogelsang High Sierra Camp. There's Fletcher Peak right in front of us. And we're going over there somewhere is I think Backpackers Camp.
Backpackers camp at Vogelsang, and we're all a little beat.
For sure. That was deceivingly difficult.
Yeah, a little over 8 miles at the end of the day. But a couple of tents here, and then we're set up back over there.
Well, I just got done swimming in the lake, washed my clothes, and now I'm walking buck naked back to camp.
Day 2, leaving Vogelsang.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Jamie!
Well, it's morning. We're getting a bit of a late start, but that's just because we chilled out and took our time this morning, but it's all downhill really. We are going down to Merced Lake was a plan, but we have another option, which would be Washburn Lake, which we would be by ourselves. And here's Vogelsang High Sierra Camp again. One more look. Didn't open this year, but right over there is where the showers would be, so that would be really awesome. But here we go. And birthday hike today. We popped out from hiking in the woods there, and we got to this amazing meadow.
I feel like crying.
And Jeremy's gonna cry, which I get. The problem with being up here is every 20 feet we find a new place that we think would have been the perfect place for us to stop. But here we are. We just came back from our lunch stop, and this is our view over Yosemite Valley.
All right, a little bit of uphill after a whole day of downhill so far, and this is incredible.
It's a little windy, and it looks like we're overlooking the edge of the world. The beauty about having candy on trail is it turns into basically one giant chunk of candy.
Not a bad break spot.
Here we are at our lunch break. Damien's taking a bath at the top of a waterfall and staring at us and this.
It just came down this section of trail, and it's these sections that make me really appreciate the hard work and human power that goes into building these trails. This is just an amazing feat to build these switchbacks. So much thank you to the people that build the trails and the people that maintain them. We cleaned up our camp this morning. This was our fire pit last night. Our tent was over there. Start of day 3 of hiking. Jamie is patching up Vienna's foot. She's got some blisters and just getting ready for the day. And there's a creek over there, and we're all packed up, ready to go. Okay, we found more evidence of Sasquatch. Look, back here is where the Native Americans ground their grains and acorns. And then right here is where Sasquatch ground the skulls of his of his prey.
And if you look, that was like a lot of elevation gain. And Vienna's pushing on. Here she goes. Oh, it's brutal.
All right, we just left our last water for a while because we're going to climb up on a ridge and probably not have water for about 5 miles on a hot sunny day. So my pack is probably now heavier than it's been the whole trip, because I'm carrying like probably 4-ish liters of water, which is probably like 8 pounds of water or more. And now the climbing begins.
Okay, so we're climbing up this hill coming out of Echo Valley. It feels like we've done at least 500 feet of elevation gain. You can see Jeremy coming up the trail here. Damien and Sarah behind us. Sarah had some blisters that they needed to tend to. But we camped last night behind that little saddle back there is Merced Lake. Up the valley that way is Washburn. We were up just before Merced Lake. And then the day before we had come all the way from up there down. And then today up over this slab along the river into this valley, Echo Valley. And then we came up here. It was our last water source, so we packed a bunch of water and we're headed in that direction. And there's Vienna leading the pack. All right, we have thunderclouds and we just heard thunder for the first time, so this should be interesting. We actually all want it to rain, so. So we stopped for lunch. Not yet. Thank you though. And the thunder rolled in and we're sitting here on this rock and now it's just like, it's not pouring, but it's it's raining nice heavy drops. Feels awesome. Like you're caught between that feeling of, do we put rain gear on or do we just soak it up and enjoy it, because 10 minutes ago it was so brutally hot that this is pretty awesome. All right, we're going up the last 5 switchbacks before we get to the top here. Once again, Vienna's leading the pack. Still raining. Looking pretty good. This is an ass kicker. All right, we made it to the top. Came from down there. And this is like what it looks like when you get to the top of this. You can still hear the thunder.
We're getting some more glimpses of Half Dome, which is way back there in the distance. The thunderstorms have kind of cleared. We will be on top of that tomorrow morning.
All these beautiful aspen trees up here with the pine trees. Literally on top of the Sierra. It's amazing.
We're joining the John Muir Trail, only this way. Half Dome, that's where we're going tomorrow morning, early. I've never actually hiked this section of the John Muir Trail before, but I've read about it, seen videos of it, and pictures of it, and just everywhere you look, it's just kind of a burned out wasteland. It's kind of sad, but I also understand it's natural and actually good. You can see all the green, fresh life. Jeremy and Jamie are back there. They had to put their pant legs back on because we've been hiking through, I don't know if this is boxthorn or what it is, but it's pretty bad. I mean, this is not even representative of the worst of it, but their legs are just tore up. I'm getting tore up through my pants. Ooh, almost went down. All of a sudden, Jamie, Vienna, and I got a second wind and we're blazing ahead because we're a quarter mile away from our Sunrise Creek camping area. And it's beautiful, but we are in pain.
It's almost 5 in the morning and we're approaching the subdome, half dome. And over there, you can see the sun's just beginning to rise. We are halfway up the subdome. There's the moon. We're almost to the top of the subdome. Doesn't look like we will beat sunrise, but that's okay. We're gonna watch it from the subdome. Well, we made it to the top of the subdome, and that's Jeremy going up the cables to the top half dome. And Deanna and I are sitting here at the top, putting on our gloves, getting ready. Sun's rising. All right, we're approaching the cables. This is called the apron. You go down this side to the valley floor. You go down that side to the valley floor.
All right, reached the half dome cables. About to go up. So I'm here on the diving board of Half Dome. Camera might be a little shaky because this is sketchy. It is absolutely beautiful.
And then he left the trash for
And then I gave
squirrel.
the other sandwich to
This guy right here.
Wait out the storm.
All right, well, we're now going down the cables after being on top of Half Dome, and this part we're a little scared about. You just see them disappear off the edge over here. Wish us luck. We're going down the subdome now. It's a little bit different in the daylight. It's really, really steep as well.
It's day whatever it is. And we're packing up in Little Yosemite Valley. And we have 5 miles to hike down to the trailhead where there's milkshakes.
It's actually misleading right there over the edge. It's just a nice, easy slide into a big pool. Trust me.
Well, we are turning back around and headed towards the Mist Trail because we stopped for a break on top of Nevada Falls, and we're told that they're doing trail maintenance and dynamiting, and the John Muir Trail will be closed for the next couple hours. So we are gonna do a bunch of awesome downhill stairs because we didn't get enough of it on day 2. So here we go. It will be beautiful views of the waterfalls, so that's the only real upside. So
My hips were begging for more stairs.
yes. Well, we are on the top of Vernal Falls now and doing the mist trail because they're doing trail maintenance on John Muir Trail and dynamiting. We heard the dynamiting, so it turns out it was true. But unfortunately with our, well, luckily my pack's 10 pounds lighter now, so a 30-pound pack, but we've got to do all of these stairs. Well, here we go.
We got to the end of the trail, and now we have a mile hike to Curry Village.
No!
Where there's ice cream. We're fantasizing that there's Coors Light, but that's probably not true.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper and food.
What?
Driving through West Virginia, and I've seldom been thinner, with that chip on my shoulder. And this past year I got so much older. Looking back over my life, spent the most of it tongue-tied. And I wish I'd had more time listening to you speak your mind. Now I'm thinking about it every day, on my mind a typical way. Are you a life force? Thinking about it every day, on my mind a typical way. Are you a life force? Drinking coffee black as iron, and I couldn't be much higher without falling out of my chair. I've been so numb for so many years. Now I'm thinking about it every day, on my mind a typical way. Are you a life force? Thinking about her every day, on my mind a typical way. Are you a life force? And it's so easy to be blinded by the light, to feel lonely in the night. And it's blowing in the breeze, babe. I got dust in my eyes and rust in my mind. I'll be home come next spring. Won't you say you love me later, by and by? Looking back over my life, spent the most of it tongue-tied, pulling my belt tight. It's just me and the stars tonight. 2 fingers and a tight line, keep my head above the alpine. wish I'd spend more time listening to her speaker mind, thinking about every day on my mind a typical way. Are you a life force? Thinking about it every day on my mind a typical way. Are you a life force? Thinking about it every day on my mind a typical way. Are you a life force? Thinking about it every day on my mind a typical way. Are you a life force for me?
Driving 120s, headed into the hills with the wildfire smoke running over my gills. I could drive, but my eyes closed, the moon so bright. The city blocks turn to rivers and trees, and I'm washing the dirt of the week off of me. And I'm looking to friends in whiskey jars tonight. And then the music's done, the bags are packed again. Well, pines and redwoods reach to the sky, and they line the winding roads we drive. They wave to us in winds, they wave us on. Welcome's felt when we play at the bar, but it feels like we just stepped out of the car, and the bell starts tolling time to get us gone. And then, last call, we're drinking black coffee again. Well, it's time, we're headed out, but we're not headed home. Tail lights ahead, dragging me straight for the dawn. My eyes are feeling heavy, and the road goes ever on, but I follow you. Tonight we're